Okay, let's get into this. We've got some really interesting source material today. It kind of flips the script on summer vacation.
Right. Usually we think summer, we think beaches, relaxing, just doing nothing, pure stress-free time.
Exactly. But this source, it makes a surprisingly strong case that summer is actually, well, a fantastic time to boost your English.
And what's cool is how it frames it. It's not saying, hit the books harder in July.
No, not at all.
It focuses on the conditions summer provides. You've got more free time, right? Usually way less pressure than the school or work grind.
Definitely less pressure.
And just generally, you're more relaxed. The source says these things aren't just good for chilling out. They're like ideal for picking up language in a different way.
Okay, so that's our mission for this deep dive then, to really unpack how this source suggests you can weave English practice into all that summer fun.
Yeah. How do you use the relaxation itself, not fight it?
Finding those, maybe hidden learning moments?
Yeah, exactly. And the big question the source tackles is, how do you actually do that without making it feel like homework, without ruining your vacation vibe?
Right, you don't want it to feel like a chore.
And it offers some really simple, pretty smart ideas.
Starting with stuff you might be doing anyway, like watching movies or shows.
Yeah.
The source gets specific here. Switch the audio to English. But, and this is key, it says use English subtitles too.
Yes. The subtitle point is crucial. The source really emphasizes it's not like cheating.
No.
It's actually super active. You're hearing it, seeing the words, and getting the story context. It turns passive watching into something, well, more engaging, but still fun.
Still enjoyable, yeah. Not frustrating.
And it's about building that recognition, connecting the sound to the spelling, even if you don't catch every single word. It's about exposure.
Okay, so beyond the screen, what else?
Listening, just plain listening. Think English podcasts, music.
Ah, right. And the source highlights how easy that is to fit in, doesn't it?
Totally. It's so portable.
You can do it on the way to the beach, lounging around, just whenever. Instead of, dead air or mindless scrolling, you're soaking in English sounds.
You're immersed, but without having to sit down and formally study. It just slots into your day.
It's about using those little pockets of time, right?
That's exactly the argument.
Yes.
That car ride. English podcast on something you like. Sunbathing. An English playlist where you maybe try to catch some lyrics.
Makes sense. Then there's reading. And the advice there is keep it light. Keep it summery.
Yeah, like summer-themed stories, articles about travel, blogs about places you're dreaming of. Nothing too heavy.
No dense novels unless you really want to.
Right. The point is finding stuff that connects to your summer, what you're actually doing or thinking about. It makes the words stick better.
Because it feels relevant. It's not just abstract vocabulary.
Exactly. So it feels less like homework and more like, well, just reading something interesting that happens to be in English.
Yeah.
Keeps it low stress, high enjoyment. That's the theme.
Okay, and the last big one the source talks about.
Speaking. Actually using the language.
Which can feel like the biggest hurdle sometimes.
For sure. But the source suggests using that extra free time, that relaxed summer mood. Chat with friends in English if they're up for it. Find language partners online.
Or even just talking to yourself.
Yeah. Narrate your day, your plans out loud in English. It sounds maybe a bit odd, but it works.
Gets you practicing the flow.
And this speaking part, the source says, is where it all kind of clicks together. And crucially, it circles back to the main message. Make it fun. Make it natural.
Talking about where to get the best ice cream isn't a grammar drill.
Exactly. It's real communication. The source is super clear. This summer English thing shouldn't add stress. It should just be part of the fun.
So, boiling it down, the big takeaway here seems to be that summer break isn't just a break. It's this cool dual chance to relax, explore, and get better at English.
All at once. By sort of folding the learning into things you enjoy doing in the summer anyway.
Those methods, watching, listening, reading, speaking, they all come with that big asterisk. Keep it relaxed, keep it fun.
Definitely. The source is really pushing against that summer school vibe. The goal isn't intense study.
No.
The real win, according to the source, is when practicing English just becomes a seamless part of your good summer memories. You barely notice it as learning.
Which leaves us with a final thought for you, the listener. If learning can feel this natural, it's integrated into fun activities during summer, what does that suggest about how you could approach learning other things, or even English, the rest of the year?
Good question.
How can we capture that feeling less like work and more like just enjoying something and kind of keep that going year round?